So hi everybody, welcome to our last team call of the year. Crazy that 2016 has gone, or 2016, I'm a mess already. 2015 has gone by this quickly. And I know a lot of you, which makes me happy in a way, that a lot of you guys are newer coaches anyway and you're on this call. So if you're already getting on team calls and you're a brand new coach, and it's, in the end of 2015, continue. If you're going to make a New Year's resolution, make it a goal. How we make goals to always hit Success Club, make it a goal to always be on team calls, because they're always, I talk to so many of you guys when you get off team calls, and if you've just been stuck in a rut and you hop on a team call, then once you get off, you're just like, oh, I just feel so much better. I don't know what it is about being on team calls. It just, I don't know. It just sometimes like that little fire. But some things I want to talk about before I get into what I'm going to be talking about with team call. I don't know if you guys saw my post, but next month it's going to be ridiculous. One, it's January, so everybody's going to be, running to do their whole New Year's resolution thing. But all the challenge packs that are on sale, they're extending the Hammer and Chisel challenge pack, so it's still 160. But they're adding 21-day fix challenge pack, 21-day fix extreme challenge pack, 21-day fix kickstart, 21-day fix extreme kickstart, and the 3-day refresh, which is amazing. So a lot of people, I would push, I don't know when, I haven't looked at a calendar, I should probably look at a calendar now and figure out when I want to do my next challenge group. Again, for those of you who maybe had planned on doing a challenge group in December, but it didn't really work out, as you know, November, December, just a little bit slow. I would maybe plan on doing kind of the same idea for New Year's, do some kind of New Year's theme. You can do the whole New Year, New Me if you want to kind of do a little bit, think outside the box. You can do that too, but it's not a big deal if you want to do that. But the fact that the 3-day refresh is there, it's only going to go on sale, the 3-day refresh challenge pack on the 1st. But people can still, you can promote it to be that next Monday and just have people get it so they can, refresh and whatever for the new year. But I've said this before, and I highly suggest you do it, and I always have to remind myself to do it, but I know it's scary. But when you're talking to somebody about a challenge pack, if they say yes to a challenge pack, it's on sale now?
Yeah, it's the 29th.
Oh my gosh. Never mind. Yeah. Listen to Caitlin. She should be the leader. I have no idea.
I do a Success Club.
No, yeah. Go ahead. You could sell some now and, it's ready to go. Well, I don't know about the 4th.
It's a lot better push to be like, hey, you want to get in there before the new year?
Right? Yeah, sign up. That's a great idea. Yeah. I would post about tomorrow. And I always tell people best time to post is around 7 in the morning, then around lunchtime, and then at 9. Never post 2 to 6 in the afternoon. Just don't do it. Just don't. Unless it's some random thing. But if it's a call to action, make sure it's at those times, because those are the times that people are on their Instagram. They're on it early in the morning when they roll out of bed. They're on it during lunchtime, and they're on it when they get home from work. Nobody's on their phone most of the time when they're driving in traffic in rush hour on the way home. But back to what I was saying. If you have somebody who wants to buy a challenge pack, let's say, next month they're like, 21-day fix, I want to buy it. If they want to buy the challenge pack, always, if they say yes, just let them know. What I always say is, if we have a Kickstart going on, which we do, just, be like, hey, I'm going to let you know before I send you the enrollment. We also have what we call a Kickstart, which comes with the challenge pack that you're already getting, but a 3-day refresh for $40 extra. Because a 3-day refresh by itself is $70. So because they can get the Kickstart, so then it'll be $180. It's no more, it's the same amount of Success Club points. It's still only 2 Success Club points, but it is $180. You obviously make more in retail commission, but you also are giving more value to them, because we know how awesome a 3-day refresh is and how great it can make the person feel. So if they're doing, especially if you have a person who's never really done a workout program, or they're kind of just getting a clean eating, highly suggest offering the Kickstart, because it's going to give them that initial success and that weight loss or water weight or whatever it is. And they're going to feel good by, and if suggest that they do the 3-day refresh before they start the 21-day fix, just so they can, it's a good kickstart. Because when you do it, if you've ever done the 3-day refresh, it just makes you feel so good. The last thing you want to do is shove a cheeseburger in your mouth. So it's, it's a good way to get them started. So just be aware that all of that, there's a ridiculous amount of things. So I'm setting the precedent now. There should be no reason that every single one of you, whether you're on the call right now or you're watching the recording, should not hit Success Club. Not only because we have all these things going on, but because it's January, and why would you not want to set yourself up for success in 2016? So all of you guys right now, I don't care if you've been a coach for 4 hours or 4 months, you need to hit Success Club in January, because it's going to set you up for success. What else? I also suggest if you have not run a free clean eating group, do that in the very beginning of January. Do it January 4th. You could post about it tomorrow. Because again, like I tell you, with a clean eating group, nobody has to order any challenge packs or anything. They literally, you could post about it on Wednesday, post about it on Tuesday, send your invites out, and then create a group. Whether you can come to me and ask me for help, that's fine. And then add everybody on Friday, so they can grocery shop and meal plan and prep on Saturday and Sunday. And then when Monday rolls around, boom, they go into the clean eating group. Once the clean eating group is over, you message them. Oh my God, how much did you like the clean eating group? Was it great? Did you like it? Yes. Oh my God, I loved it so much. Oh my gosh, I have a challenge group coming up at the end of January with Hammer and Chisel, 20 to Fix. You should totally join it, blah, 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 blah. It's the best way. That's the best process or way to, practice inviting to a group. So I would suggest, and if you want to, message me, hook up with another coach. Cleaning groups, they're so, like Caitlin, I know you guys just ran your free one. Once you set it up in Buffer and you got everything, how easy is it? Like, it's so easy.
Yeah. And it's really fun to do. Like, it keeps your mind active on it. It's fun.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a great way to show value to other people, because we know what we have to offer is great. We're not just shoving a sale in someone's face, that we can show them that we have all this great stuff to offer them in a free group, and it's going to be easier to invite them to a actual challenge group. So one more thing, and then I'll get into the actual call. Not with the whole thing with getting Success Club in January as well, because another cool thing is that if you hit Success Club for 12 consecutive months, you become a Success Club All-Star, which gives you recognition at Summit. And then hitting Success Club, which is also another thing, which for newer coaches, I always forget to reiterate, so I guess I should reiterate it now. Hitting Success Club is important, not only because, you can get, free prizes every single month and all that stuff, but if you're hitting Success Club, you get free customers sent to you every single month. So like I probably get 2 coaches or 2 customers a week. And if you hit Success Club 10 every single month, you get free Shakeology leads sent to you. And the difference between that is if you're just hitting Success Club 5 every month, you get free customers sent to you, which means that they're a customer. Maybe they bought the 21-day fix or whatever, and then they're your customer for life. And if you don't know about emailing like them, let me know, and I'll let you, you have to be Emerald to do that as well. But if you're Emerald and you're hitting Success Club, you can get free customers sent to you. And then I usually just send them an email like, hey, I'm not a robot, I'm a real person. Like, let me help you reach your goals type of thing. But if you're hitting Success Club 10, you get Shakeology leads sent to you, and you get the commission immediately right off the bat and the Success Club points. So like this month, I'm at Success Club 5, but the only reason I'm there, I would be at 4 because I only sold 2. Well, actually, I think I'm at 7 right now. But before that, I was only, I was at 4, and then ended up hitting Success Club because I got a Success Club person sent to me because I hit Success Club 10 last month, and it helped me get that extra because they just bought Success Club, or they bought Shakeology on HG, and it gave me a Success Club point. So sometimes those Success Club points come in the clutch. Like it was like a few days before the end of the month, and I was like, oh, thank the Lord. Like I was still pushing, and I still am. Like even no matter what my goal is, I'm always still pushing, but just so you know. Okay. So this part of the call, it shouldn't be too long, but as you guys know, I always say that, and then I keep talking. But goal setting is super important. If you saw my video I posted that Sarah did about goal setting and how next year is going to be so huge for our team, because so many people joined last year, and once you kind of and this should be good for you guys to know when you're talking to other people about coaching, because I always tell people this. So many people are like, oh, I'm going to sign up, but I just want to wait till I'm ready. How much, or how thankful are you guys that you signed up when you did, and you didn't sign up today, December 29th? So going into 2016, you already have some knowledge underneath your belt. You're a little more familiar with everything. So when somebody says it, I'm like, just do it now. Don't wait. But I want to tell you guys some of my goals, because the only way I can achieve my goals is if I help you guys reach your goals. So my goal by the end of the year, my goal is by Summit. So July is to be 7-star. So that means we are a 7-star team. It's not just me being a 7-star diamond, because my 7 stars come from my 7 diamonds. And then to be 10-star by the end of 2016. Another goal of mine is to be, there's the top elite of the company, and that's at the top, I think, 200 to 300 people in the company. And the way you get elite points, there's a bunch of different ways, but the easiest way to understand it is you get elite points by helping your personally sponsored coaches hit Success Club. So if all of you guys hit Success Club, This month in December. So how many of you are there on here? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 of you. If all 6 of you hit Success Club, I would get 6 elite points. But since I hit Success Club, I would be doubled and I would get 12 elite points. So that's like kind of an idea of how you hit it. So my goal next year is to be in the at least top 50 of the company. So I have to get like a certain amount of elite points. But that's helping you guys hit Success Club. So again, I talk about that later in the call, but if any of you guys are interested in going for elite or going for premier, premier is the same thing as elite, getting elite points, but premier is you have to be at least 2-star diamond and elite is 5-star diamond. My goal weekly, like money wise, because most of you guys, if you were on my call where I showed my paychecks, because again, I don't just like tell everybody that, but that call I was talking about Team Psycho Bonus, just to kind of, numbers seem to help people kind of wrap their heads around it. So my goal by April is to be making $6,000 a week. That's my goal. It's a huge goal, and making goals, the one thing that I tell you guys when you're making goals, has to scare the living shit out of you. Like, it has to be so big. Yeah, no, like it's serious. Like if you haven't read the 10X rule, read it. People in my Go for No group know. You don't want to set a goal where it's like, okay, I can achieve that, because if you achieve it, then it's like, okay, great. But you have to set a goal that scares the shit out of you, and making $6,000 a week scares the shit out of me, but that's my goal. Having Pat quit his job, which is it's going to happen inevitably, but I want to make sure that when we do it, like we're super comfortable. Like we're going to be comfortable, but I want to be like really comfortable. So that's another goal. And then on my team, I want to help at least 3 coaches quit their job. So whoever, whether it's somebody on this call, if you come to me like, I want to quit their job by the end of the year, that could happen. I mean, it only took me about 1.5 years for me to quit my job. So it's totally possible. And then to hit Success Club 10 every single month. So hitting Success Club 10 has been my goal this year, and I did it, I think 9 months out of the year. But anyway, so those are my goals, just to kind of give you an idea. And you guys are totally, more than welcome to create just any kind of goals. Me and Pat today on the plane to Denver, we did our own separate goals, and then we did couple goals. I highly suggest that. I think it was really good to kind of talk about that, whether it be money goals if you have a certain amount of money in your savings, whether it's relationship goals. If you like me and Pat, we fight about certain things, so we picked certain things, stuff like that. So there's some of the things, and I would suggest writing this down, because after this call, I want every single person, again, whether you're watching the recording or you're on the call right now, even if you've never set up a one-on-one with me in January, I can't necessarily force you, because I can't come to your house and knock down your door and be like, you need to set up one-on-one with me. But I'm kind of telling you, it's mandatory that you set up at least one-on-one with me sometime in the beginning of January, the first 2 weeks. So whether we've had a one-on-one before or you never have, you need to set up a one-on-one with me so we can kind of go over goal setting. Because I have a lot of you guys who are like, I want to do this, but you kind of don't know how to reverse engineer your goals, and I want to help you do that. So make sure you do that. But things that you should write down when you're doing your beach body goals. How many coaches you want to have on your team. For example, I signed up anywhere between 40 to 50 coaches this year. Now there's some people who are the top coaches who add 30 coaches a month. And there's some other top coaches like Melissa McAllister, who's been the top 10 coach 3 times. She only signs up 10 coaches a month. So figure out what you want your goal to be. What your Success Club goal is, whether you want to, it should at minimum Success Club 5. And then if you have a spouse signed up, think of a goal for them. I mean, if once you hit Success Club 5, and again, if we haven't talked about this, you have to know, once you hit Success Club 5, if you have your spouse signed up, you don't, unless you're signing up coaches on your team, you can just start running customers through your husband's or boyfriend's, girlfriend's account, because that volume rolls up to you and helps you Team Cycle bonus. And you're still getting the commission because you can connect your bank account to it. So that's what I do with Pat. So once I hit Success Club 10, I just run customers through either my second business center or his business center, because then the volume just rolls up and then I end up cycling, and it's basically I'm getting paid twice, which is great. So coach, how many coaches you want, what your Success Club goal is, what your rank goal is, and you have to put a date by it. So I would do 2 goals. So maybe halfway through the year, or maybe by February, whatever it is, I want to be emerald, I want to be ruby, I want to be diamond. By the end of the year, I want to be 2-star diamond, whatever it is. And again, if you're emerald right now, I don't want to hear that your goal is ruby by the end of the year. That's crap. I'm all about tough love. Ruby, no. you guys can push so much harder than us. All of you can. So your rank needs to scare the shit out of you. I'm not saying you have to go from emerald to 15-star diamond. I mean, it's totally possible, but pick a goal that scares you. Like, you have to do that. Maybe a money goal. Like I told you guys, like my goal is $6,000 a week. Think of, again, not a lot of you are necessarily having high team cycle bonuses because you're still new coaches. I mean, I wasn't having that high in the first like 4 or 5 months of my business, but think of something, even if it's, even if you're not too sure. Again, this is a reason why we can have a one-on-one, because if you're like, okay, Alexis, I want to set a money goal, but like, how much is too much? Or like, I don't even know how much I can make. So we can talk about that. A leadership goal. If you're a kind of person who, like, I've had some people come to me like Danielle, she's like, listen, I want to have a team page soon. I want to have this soon. Like, if you want to have a team page by a certain date because you want to have a certain amount of people on your team, totally go for that. That's a good goal to set. Physical and mental goals. Maybe you want to complete 2 Beachbody programs, like start to finish, by the end of the year, something like that. Those are good goals. If you're not a super positive person, maybe you want to focus on your positivity, because that's focusing on those kind of things are going to help you later on. And then elite and premier. If you're interested in an elite and premier, make sure you message me so then we can talk about that. I've had some coaches that told me like they want to go, I'm going to go for elite next year. If I get enough people that are like, fuck yeah, I want to go for elite, I'll put us all in a group. It'll kind of be like people who are in my Go for No group. It can be like very small, or I'll do like a Facebook message, like thread or something like that. And we can kind of stay connected all year long and push each other. It's going to be, tough pushing for it, but the more you push, there's nothing bad that can happen from it. The only thing that can happen is that you're going to make a lot of money. So, and with all of these goals, always make sure that you put a date next to them. Don't just put, I want to be diamond. Like, when do you want to be diamond? And also a question that my coach Lauren asked me that kind of not hurt my feelings, but when she asked, I was like, oh, well, whatever goal you want to be, ask yourself why. Like, if you want to be a 2-star diamond or you want to have a team page, why do you want to do that? Make sure you know reasoning why, and you're not just doing it for the fancy flash and rank and recognition. It's great to be recognized on stage at Summit. Like, I can tell you that walking across the stage last year in front of 25,000 people was pretty friggin' cool. But make sure that it's not all about the recognition. Because again, as you know, you can be a 5-star diamond but not be making as much as a 2-star diamond, which is, was my case. I'm a 3-star diamond now, but was my case for a bit. I mean, I was a 2-star diamond and I knew I was making more money than a 5-star diamond. So make sure that the rank isn't like your only thing. I'm not going to talk about this because if I did, I would keep going on and on. But I talked about this in last week's team call. So if you want to know more about it, watch it if you haven't. Reverse engineering your goals. So like, if you want to be diamond, how many coaches do I need? 8 coaches. How many of them need to be emerald? 2 of them, 1 on each leg. Like, how to reverse engineer it to like all the way down to like how many conversations I need to be having. Like, for every 10 people I talk to, every 9 no's, you're going to get 1 yes. So figure that out. Again, watch team call from last week, and that will help explain it. I'm sitting on my foot. It's falling asleep. Now, also something I want to do, and I'm going to do a team call on this in January, so you don't have to do this now, because I also want me and Pat to do that as well. So babe, by the way, you're going to be doing that. Vision board. I know some of you have done it. If you were in Coach Basics, you saw a little bit about that. Highly suggest creating some kind of vision board for yourself, then a couple's vision board, like what you want your house to look like, what you want your car to look like anything like that. Create some kind of vision board and put it somewhere where it's constantly in your face and you're seeing it. Because again, tough love. You can write these goals on a piece of paper, but if you write them on a piece of paper and you never put them in front of you, you never pay attention to them, all they are is words on a piece of freaking paper. They mean nothing. Nothing at all. So I suggest, me and Pat typed up or wrote our goals. I'm going to type them up. I'm going to freaking put them in a frame and put them in front of our bed. And I'm going to put my vision board, I'm going to put a car I want to drive, the house I want, where the places I want to visit. If you want, I don't suggest taking a picture of a fitness person on Instagram that you like their body and be like, I want to look like this. I don't like that idea. If maybe you had a way that you looked in high school, or you a dress that you want to fit into, or something like that. Or I don't necessarily like setting weight loss goals. Not that there's anything wrong with that. So if you're like, oh my God, I set a weight loss goal, you hate me. No, I just don't like I want to lose 20 pounds. Maybe, do something like I want to complete a Beachbody program, or I want to run a marathon, or something that surrounds weight loss. boss. I don't know if that makes sense, but I like those goals better because they're going to push you. Because if you just do, I want to lose 15 pounds, well, it's like, okay, well, what are you going to do? So I would suggest doing something like that. I wrote don't wait for perfection. I'm not really sure what that meant. Oh, I think I just meant that in the sense of don't feel like once 2016 starts and you're like, I want to go, but you're like, okay, well, like I want to do this, but I think I'm just going to like wait till like I'm like, I feel more ready. Like, no, anything that you want to do, just fucking go for it. Like if you're scared, set up a one-on-one with me and I will talk you through it. I've been doing this for almost 3 years. I promise you, I will save you so much, not heartbreak, but like so much time of like trying to figure it out like on your own. Like that's why when I tell you guys, like I love talking to you guys, I'm always there for you. That's why like when I get an assistant and I'm getting people to help me, it's not so I can like do a bunch of like random crap. It's so I can give all my time to my coaches that are working really hard. So if you're like, I just don't know what to do, or I feel like so like foggy this week, set up a one-on-one with me and we will talk about it. I think I only have a few more things. So how next year is going to be different. I'm having my success partner, Megan, we're planning on talking, I think sometime next week. And we want to kind of talk about how we want to do things differently with the team. Because as you continue to grow as a coach, and Carly has said this before, the way the systems that she uses now are not the same as the system she used in the beginning of her business. So things I'm going to start doing, and I want to tell you guys this so it holds me accountable to you guys because I want to be a better leader too for you guys. Sneak peeks. I've been seeing how good they've been for coaches. I do it more so for you guys. Not that I'm like, oh, I don't need it, but it's really good for you guys because you guys aren't really going to run a sneak peek. So I think it's good for me to run them for you. I'm going to try to minimum once a month, but I'm going to try to do 2 times a month. Like one in the very beginning of the month and one at the very end of the month, kind of like a get you pushed to hit Success Club by the 15th, because I love aiming to hit for Success Club 5. It's like the 5:15 club, aiming to hit Success Club 5 by the 15th, and then at the end of the month pushing to hit Success Club if you're not there yet. What else? Coach Basics will still be the first Monday of every month. I skipped it last month just because there weren't a lot of new coaches and I didn't want to run a Coach Basics with one coach. But it's going to be consistently the first Monday of every month. And then clean eating groups I want to make them kind of mandatory, like obviously talk to you, like, and this is for you guys too, for you guys to tell your new coaches. If you have a new coach sign up, let them know, like if they watch, in the first welcome video in the email that I send, asks like, watch this video, tell me what kind of coach you want to be. Like, do you want to be, right? Do you want to be a working coach? You want to like go all in? Do you want to be just a discount coach? Or do you kind of want to sit back and watch and then maybe get into it? And then let them know the best way for you to practice, challenge group and stuff like that is running a clean eating group. Again, those of you guys who have either run a clean eating group or have been in it, it's a really good way to practice running a challenge group. And then you just kind of get in the swing of things. Yeah, so that's about it. The last 2 things I wrote were just I want everyone to schedule a one-on-one with me, and I'm going to post something on the team page probably tomorrow morning because obviously some of you guys are watching this call now, and I know not everybody's going to watch the recording, but I want there to be – so I have probably about 12 of you that are like really focused on working the business out of like almost my 50 coaches. A lot of them are discount coaches. So remember, discount coaches, you don't have to always discount them. Sorry, I talk really fast. I can't help it. So I have about like 12 of you. So I should have like at least like 12 one-on-ones like in the first 2 weeks. And even if that's like how I'm spending most of my time, I don't care because I'd rather help you guys. I'd rather like be struggling to hit Success Club at the end of the month, but know that I'm helping you guys. Like obviously I need to be a good role model, but like my time, I love spending it with you guys and I love helping you guys because I love having calls with you and I see these epiphanies on your faces and you're like, I just get it, So I like that and I want to see that more. So I want more one-on-ones with you guys. And if it's not something you're comfortable with, just try it. I was never a one-on-one person. I did one-on-ones with my coach and it helped a lot. And then I want you guys to message me, again, watching the recording or watching this call. If you want to go for Elite or Premier, or you're like, Alexis, I have no idea what Elite or Premier is, but I'm the kind of person that wants to go all in, so tell me what the hell it is. I'll have a call with you. Like, we'll talk about it. And we can get other coaches on Team Confidence who want to go for Elite or Premier. Because, again, for those of you who, want to bust your butt and go to Summit in 2017, because our team is going to be even more massive by then and like it's going to be awesome. If you hit Elite or Premier like in 2016, you will be recognized on stage in 2017. So if you know that going in, like I didn't know that. I didn't really pay attention to Elite or Premier in the beginning of 2015, and I could have easily hit Premier. Or easily hit Elite. Like I'm like this close to hitting Premier, and I could have definitely hit Elite. So if you're interested in it, let me know. Does anybody have any questions at all? Anything?
I'm interested in all of that.
What was that?
I said I'm interested in all of that.
Okay, good. Oh my gosh, I love to hear. Because again, the setting, like going for a goal like that is scary. But what I tell people, like, let's say you want to go for Elite, but you're like, I don't know what Elite is. But if you set the standard and the precedent and the goal to hit Elite by 2016, and again, you have 365 dates, like, and well, you even have a few days ahead of you because you can get going right now. But if you set that goal, that's a scary goal. But if you push towards that and you're doing nothing but pushing towards that goal till the very last day of 2016, imagine all the stuff, even if you don't hit Elite or Premier, imagine all the stuff that you're going to do by that time that comes. So even if you don't, like I've had so many coaches that like not on my team, but like Team for Revolution that I'm like friends with who like really wanted to go for Elite and they pushed, they didn't get there, but they like doubled their income. They added ridiculous amounts of coaches on their team and they did so many good things that it's like, okay, I didn't hit my goal, but Jesus Christ, look what I did. And again, like we always say, entrepreneurship is living your life a few years like most people won't, so you can live a life like most people will never be able to. So I've, busted my butt, and a lot of other coaches have busted their butt for, 2 years, almost 3 years. But I mean, I'm like flying to Denver for like New Year's Eve for a music festival. Like I would never have been able to do that, especially when I was homeless 2.5 years ago. Like if you would have told like little Alexis, like showering on the Santa Monica beach in her bathing suit, like, hey, you're going to be like able to just fly you and your boyfriend to Denver for a music festival. Like I'd be like, yeah, okay, that's cute. Like, can you pay for my lunch? Like, so anyway, but yeah, so I'm going to post something tomorrow morning about setting up one-on-ones. I'll post my scheduler. I'll have like my calendar. I'm going to be like doing nothing but busting my ass next year. Like I'm not playing around. Like I'm going for it. So I'm going to be very, very available to you guys, but I don't want it to be like you guys are messaging me like all day and night. Cause again, not that I don't want to help you, but we're going to get more work done if we set up a one-on-one so we can figure out something versus just messaging each other back and forth like all day long. I don't mind answering a few questions, but sometimes it's like with this back and forth, it's like, okay, we should just set up a call. So I'll post that tomorrow. But as long as nobody has any questions.
Wait, I have a quick question, but it's not really related.
You're totally fine. Go ahead.
Okay. So I've been talking to 5 different people about joining the team, and I gave them like not a bunch of information, but I gave them like the video that you posted and all that kind of stuff, really talked to them about it. But this was before Christmas, and I've sent them a couple of messages since Christmas, but haven't really heard a whole lot back. Do you have any advice on how to, I guess, really push?
So this is something that we can talk about separately, but I can give you like a couple little tips.
Mm-hmm.
I was just talking to somebody else about this the other day. One, it all depends on the situation. Depends on if you were talking to somebody like who was super interested or somebody who kind of was like maybe, or like it really all depends with the person. If it's somebody who never or who had responded, like you guys have had some messages back and forth, but you sent a message, they didn't respond, you sent another one. If they haven't responded to like 2 messages, the message I always send, and I sent this to Danielle, she was like, that's such a good idea. And it works 95% of the time. It's like a message that's like, hey, sending you one last message before, if it's on my email list, I say, I'll take you off my email list so I don't bug you anymore. Or I'll say, I just wanted to send you one last, like let's say it's on Facebook. I just wanted to send you one last message because I don't want to keep bugging you, just to check in and see how you were doing. If you're so interested, no worries at all. Just wanted to shoot you one last message. And that sends a sense of urgency, but me letting them know like, hey, I'm not trying to bug you because I really don't want to. And almost always people are like, oh, no, like don't take me off your list. Like so many times people are like, don't take me off your list. Like I'm so sorry. I've just been really busy, because they want to stay involved, but sometimes they just don't answer or they don't see their messages. Like so many times people say that. So I usually, and I can send you that after I get off the call, but it's like a little message just like, hey, just wanted to shoot you one last message so I stop bugging you. So it's like, all on me. But I would at least wait till maybe like January 4th. That's like the first Monday. Shoot them a message and just like wait till like the New Year's over. Everybody gets all the holidays out of their system and just shoot them either that message if they haven't responded to a bunch of messages, or you can, just say, hey, how are you doing? If you, depending on if you've sent 2 messages, I always suggest sending that last third, like, hey, I don't want to bug you. Cause you don't want to send them a third message saying the same thing that you just did.
Yeah.
They're probably not going to respond. And the other thing, sometimes you just have to let the conversation go because they will come back to you. I can't tell you how many times, Bailey, that I've had people say no to me 200 times, or like say they were interested and never say anything. I had a girl message me, actually, she's signing up on Monday. I met her through Instagram and was like, listen, you would be a great coach. Like, she has people come to her and pay her for meal plans. And she, what did she say? Oh, I talked to her. I sent her like a webinar and everything. She watched everything, like said she was super interested. And then I finally sent her a message like, hey, just like you said, you're super interested. Like, are you just going to do this? Like, Hammer and Chisel still on sale. She was like, I found something better or something like that. And I was like all she said, no, like, thanks, nothing. And I was like, okay, like, again, always, customer service, happy smile. And I was like, oh, no worries. Like, good luck with all of that. Like, I hope you do amazing. That was like 2 weeks ago. She messaged me 2 days ago and was like, can I set up a call with you? I'm ready to do Beachbody. Like, I'm doing it. And I was like, okay.
Oh, awesome.
Sometimes people just take a little bit to kind of come around. So don't ever feel like no means no. It just means no, not.
Okay.
So,
okay. Thank you.
Else have any questions? No? Okay. Stop the recording.